Ever watched a big football match and thought, you know what this needs? A former American president? It sounds like the setup to a joke, but in 2025, this wild scenario is playing out in real life, and it's got everyone talking. Well, ready or not, Donald Trump has entered the world of football. The man known for his larger-than-life persona and headline-grabbing moments is now making waves in a sport that's already packed with drama and passion. In 2025, Trump is suddenly everywhere, from stadiums in New Jersey to high-level football meetings. His presence is impossible to ignore, and it's left fans, players, and officials wondering what's next. This has sparked a wave of headlines, questions, and plenty of confusion. Newsrooms are buzzing, social media is ablaze, and everyone seems to have an opinion. Is he running the show? Is he just a figurehead? Or is there something bigger going on behind the scenes? Did he bring the World Cup to America? Some say he's the mastermind behind the tournament's arrival, while others think it's just a coincidence. Is he really going to change the sport's name? The debate over football versus soccer has never been hotter, and Trump's comments have only fueled the fire. We're here to separate fact from fiction in this wild intersection of sports, politics, and drama. When politics meets the pitch, the results are unpredictable, and often entertaining. Trump's official roles include presenting a trophy and leading a special group for the 2026 World Cup. But what does that really mean for the sport, and for the fans who love it? He's also made headlines with his suggestion to call soccer football in America, a comment that's left people laughing, debating, and scratching their heads. The conversation has spilled from sports bars to newsrooms, and everyone's got a take. The world of international football is already complex, with money, power, and millions of fans at stake. Every decision can have ripple effects across continents and cultures. Add a political figure like Trump, and things get even more interesting. Suddenly, the spotlight is brighter, the stakes are higher, and the drama is off the charts. His involvement brings more cameras and attention, but also more rumors. Speculation is everywhere, and it's hard to know what's real and what's just noise. We need to look at the evidence to understand what's really happening. Only by digging deeper can we separate the truth from the spectacle. So let's kick off this investigation and dive into the world of Trump and football. Get ready for a story where the unexpected is just the beginning. By the end, you'll know what's real, what's hype, and what it all means for the beautiful game. Let's get started. One of Trump's most visible football moments came not from a casual appearance, but from a headline-making event that captured the world's attention. It happened at the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup, hosted in the United States, a tournament that marked a new era for international club football on American soil. The final, PSG versus Chelsea at MetLife Stadium, was more than just a match. It was a global spectacle, drawing fans and media from every continent. And there was Trump, front and center, presenting the trophy alongside FIFA President Gianni Infantino, in a moment broadcast live to millions. This wasn't a rumor or a meme, it was a carefully planned, official appearance, orchestrated for maximum impact and visibility. Months earlier, Trump and Infantino were photographed admiring the new trophy in the Oval Office, hinting at the partnership between American influence and global football. FIFA wanted to boost American interest in the tournament, and Trump's presence delivered, drawing in crowds and sparking conversations across the country. But let's be clear, presenting a trophy is symbolic, not a sign of control or decision-making power over the event. Trump didn't organize the tournament or set the rules. He was a celebrity guest, adding star power and drawing the spotlight for the cameras and the crowd. Think of it like a famous actor at the Oscars, a big moment, a lot of attention, but not the director or the one making the big decisions behind the scenes. Trump's role was about public relations, boosting the event's profile, not about management or operational control. He was an honored guest, a face in the crowd of dignitaries, not the boss or the decision-maker. The real power stayed with FIFA, the organization's executives and officials who actually run the show and make the calls. In short, Trump brought attention, excitement, and a bit of spectacle to the Club World Cup, but not authority or control over the tournament itself. Now let's talk about Trump's role in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. There's been a lot of buzz and speculation about what exactly he'll be doing, and it's easy to get confused by all the headlines and rumors swirling around. He's been named chair of the U.S. World Cup Task Force, a real official position that comes with significant responsibility. This isn't just a ceremonial title, it's a leadership role that puts him at the center of America's preparations for the tournament. But what does that actually mean? What does a task force chair actually do, and how much power does he really have? The task force is a group focused on making sure the US is ready to host its share of the tournament, handling logistics, security, and promotion. They're the team behind the scenes working out the details so everything runs smoothly when the world is watching. As chair, Trump leads this group, using his influence to solve problems and coordinate efforts. He's expected to bring together government agencies, local organizers, and private partners to make sure the US delivers a world-class experience. But he's not the ultimate authority. The big decisions are made by FIFA. They set the rules, decide on venues, and oversee the entire tournament. Trump's job is to help the US prepare, not to run the entire World Cup. He's focused on the American side of things, making sure our stadiums, cities, and teams are ready. He doesn't control the Canadian or Mexican parts, and he can't overrule FIFA. The World Cup is a massive international event, and the US is just one of 3 hosts. His role is important for US coordination, but it's not total control. He's more like a project manager than a CEO, making sure everyone's on the same page. So while he's a key player on the American team, he's not the coach, owner, or referee of the whole event. He's there to guide, not to dictate. The idea that he's running the world's biggest sporting event, that's an exaggeration. The reality is much more about teamwork and coordination. Trump's position is about leadership within the US hosting committee. He's there to help organize, motivate, and represent the American effort. He's there to help make the American portion a success. Nothing more, nothing less. His job is big, but it's not the whole show. One of the most talked about moments came when Trump suggested America should call the sport football instead of soccer. The comment, made during a public speech, instantly sparked debate and headlines. Some laughed, some agreed, and many wondered if this was a real plan. In fact, Trump did say it and it got people talking. But is America about to officially rename the sport? Not even close. There's no official process, no government plan, and no FIFA mandate to change the name. Changing soccer to football would mean rebranding organizations, marketing, and convincing millions to switch. A massive task. Trump's comment was a headline grabber, not a policy. It was likely a move to connect with global fans and show he gets the international game. But don't expect soccer to disappear from American vocabulary anytime soon. This is about public relations, not real change. The soccer versus football debate will continue no matter what Trump says. For now, it's just a fun talking point, not a serious plan. There's confusion about how the US, Canada, and Mexico won the 2026 World Cup bid. Trump has suggested his leadership was the key, but the real story is more complex. FIFA awarded the tournament to the United bid in June 2018 after a long process. The 3 countries teamed up, offering top stadiums, infrastructure, and big profits for FIFA. The final vote, 134 for North America, 65 for Morocco. Trump, as president, supported the bid and gave key guarantees like entry for all players and fans. His support mattered, but he wasn't the only player. Leaders from Canada, Mexico, and their football federations were crucial too. The idea that Trump single-handedly brought the World Cup to America, that's fiction. The real win was a team effort across 3 nations. To understand these tournaments, follow the money. The Club World Cup and World Cup are massive business operations, not just sporting events. Sponsors range from Coca-Cola and Visa to Qatar Airways and Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund. The 2025 final, PSG Qatari-owned versus Chelsea American-owned, showed how American and Middle Eastern money now dominate top football. FIFA President Infantino has courted these investors, shaping the sport's future. Trump's involvement puts him at the center of this powerful network of sports, business, and global finance. The prize money alone is staggering, over $100 million for the Club World Cup winner. These events are economic engines, and being associated with them brings prestige and influence. The real action isn't just on the field, it's in the boardrooms and private meetings. Today's football is defined by the mix of American marketing and Middle Eastern capital. Football and global politics have always been linked. Hosting a World Cup is a chance for a country to shape its image on the world stage. Trump's America First politics once clashed with Mexico, but now he's part of a project celebrating North American partnership. This contrast highlights how sport can bring rivals together for a common goal. The World Cup is a platform for diplomacy. where leaders set aside differences for a shared event. Trump's role requires working with Mexico and Canada to ensure success. FIFA's choices, like awarding 2034 to Saudi Arabia, are as much about geopolitics as sport. The sponsors, locations, and even trophy presenters reflect global power shifts. Trump's involvement is a case study in how sports, politics, and money are always intertwined. The beautiful game is played on a complicated, very real-world stage. So why should football fans care about all this off-field drama? Because these events shape the game we love. Knowing the facts helps us be smarter fans and understand who really holds power. Trump's involvement signals football's growing importance in America, as sport, business, and political tool. Separating fact from fiction protects the sport's integrity and keeps us from being misled by rumors. Football is a global game that connects people everywhere. The World Cup is its biggest celebration, and fans are its heart. Understanding the forces shaping football helps us protect its future. Being informed means appreciating the skill on the pitch, and the power plays off it. It makes our connection to the game deeper and more meaningful. Let's check the final score on Trump, football, and the truth. Trump is officially involved in major football events. He presented the Club World Cup trophy and chairs the U.S. World Cup Task Force. These are real confirmed roles. But he's not the boss of the World Cup. FIFA runs the show. He didn't single-handedly win the hosting rights, it was a team effort across 3 countries. And there's no plan to rename soccer football in America, just a headline-grabbing comment. The drama is real, but so are the facts. For fans, knowing the truth helps us focus on what matters, the game itself. Politics and celebrity bring attention, but can also create confusion. Trump's roles are supportive, not controlling. The love for football is permanent. The drama is temporary. As smart fans, let's keep our eyes on the ball. That's the real story behind the headlines.